Let me tell you about my baby. You know she's come around. She's about 5 feet above, from her head to the ground. You know she come around here just about midnight. She make me feel so good.
Deep breath. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Lund Loop Daily Update for Monday, June 29th, 2026. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Just a reminder, this week is a shortened week. We will be closed on Friday because of the, I don't need to explain it to you. We'll be closed Friday. Hey, what did you do this weekend? You know what you should have done? I'll tell you what you should have done. You should have checked out this. The Saturday cut. Knowing when to shift gears. Super important Saturday cut this week, I think. I had a few people reach out to me and say, Brian, there have been great Saturday cuts. But of the greatest Saturday cuts, this may be the greatest of the great Saturday cuts ever. So check out this week's Saturday cut. All right. When I was here last, I always said we. There's no team here. Sorry, unless you count my kids. When I was here last on Friday, one of the things that I was talking about was, are we topping? Do we have a topping formation in the market? By the way, topping doesn't happen in one day or 1 week or 2 weeks. It's a process, right? So are we forming a topping pattern, or are we transitioning? Are we having money come out of certain sectors and go into other sectors? And one of the things I talked about was a lot of those hot names, a lot of the AI-focused names, space, memory, whatever like that, if money starts coming out of there, we're seeing it go a little bit to housing, a little bit to financials, a little bit to biotechs, but there's really not enough market cap to absorb that. Where does it have to go? It really has to go to the Mag 7. So we're watching this week to see how that progresses. We saw some buying on Friday. We were seeing a little bit more buying in some names today. We've got one more day before the quarter's out tomorrow. Then we'll see what everyone's holding going into the first of the third quarter, and then we'll see what everyone's holding going into the shortened week, the 3-day weekend. So a lot of stuff going on this week. Let's get to the action here. Hey, there's Brian. All right, so I think you can see this better if we go right to, let's just go to the 5-minute chart of the SPX. So this morning we gap up, and there had been a ramp in the futures overnight because what do you know? We had another timing. We started Sunday by bombing Iran. And then by the time the futures came around, we were meeting again in Switzerland or Qatar or Alabama, someplace. I don't know. Anyway, the market was up, gap open. And then we had this precarious, whatever P word you want to use, sell off. And we just went right back. See, we opened above Friday's high. Then we just sliced right through Friday's high. And I think a lot of people thought, okay, that's it. There's the gap. And we don't say the gap and C word here. We see the, what do we say? Jump and dump, right? That's my buddy Raul Banta's phrasing. So we did the jump and dump, sliced right through all the moving averages, right through Friday's high of day. And where did we stop? Oh my gosh, oh my golly, right at the close from Friday. It's almost as if price has memory. We bounced hard from there, went straight back up in a V pattern, recaptured the high from Friday. And look at this. The high from Friday became support. So did the 20. Again, just like price has memory sometimes. And look at that 20. How many times have we talked about this, about the 20 being either the support or the limiter for a trend up day or a trend down day? So once we recaptured that, once we based here for a little bit, boom, it was off to the races, and we basically closed the day at the exact highs. If you look at the SPX, the Qs, exact same thing. Gapped up a little bit below Friday's high, got above it, jump and dump, and boom, to the penny. Right at Friday's close, there's the V-shaped move. There's a little bit of support there, and then we didn't even get to the 20 till here. So really good to see that buyers wanted to step in this market. That's something that's very, what's the opposite of unnerving? Supportive? I don't know. So a lot of names past few months been on the brink. They've been selling off hard. Some of them have come roaring back in the last couple of days. We had ASTS, which is up. Whoops, let's go back. Why don't I do this right, Brian? So we'll go back here. We'll do Control Z, go back to Q, and then we'll come over here. That's where we'll do it. All right. ASTS, I think is up like 38% in 2 trading days. So boom, 2 big days. Closing at the high of the day. Tesla, which has been beaten down as of recently. Big move today. Again, closing at the high of the day. So one of the things I was wondering out aloud, I'm having trouble talking. It's only Monday and I'm having trouble talking. One of the things I was wondering aloud today was like, who are they going to come after? Who do they want going into the third quarter? Maybe it's Tesla. It looks that way in the last 2 trading days. Little bit more Google popping, right? Little bit more Amazon. That's a bad tick right there. We actually closed near the high. So starting to buy a little Amazon maybe. Palantir, I mean, back from the brink, but that's not very confidence inspiring. Meta, little bit. Microsoft had a big day on Friday, didn't quite follow through. So we're seeing some possible buying in some of these beaten down names, and then other names we are seeing definite buying. And then we're seeing some names like the LiDAR names like OUST, which we've talked about a few times here, with a big day today, up 28%. I'll be very interested to see if we get some follow through in these names tomorrow. The last day of the quarter should be interesting. All right, let's go through the whole smear here. Let's go through the daily charts of the indexes, then we'll go through all the indicators, the ETFs, and then let's look at the price or the watch list today because, I had said that I thought this week would be pretty fallow with all the shenanigans and the rebalancing, but there's actually a number of names that came onto the list today that look really good from a profit potential. So let's go through this whole thing, shall we? All right.